Hello again, everybody, and welcome to Back to Basics Gaming, Final Fantasy XIV Dungeon Boss Guide for the Temple of Qarn. Alright, so here we are once again, and we're going to talk a little bit about the trash really quick. Now, there isn't really, I know I always say it, too much going on with the trash, but there is a couple notable things here. First off, there's an enemy called the Temple Bee, which will kamikaze if you don't kill it right away, so make sure you do. Also, there's these head things, and what we want to do with them is we want to kill them on top of these glowing markers that are pretty obvious. But just in case, maybe you just woke up and decided to play and your brain isn't functioning fully, there you go, that's what you got to do. As you can see, they open up various pets as well. So we're going to drag this guy over here, and we're going to do the same thing. And another thing to note is there's a lot of pickups in this temple, to where you can actually find a lot of hidden loot. That being said, let's now focus on the bosses. Our first boss here is the Territor, or the Pteroditor. Now this dude is kind of a mean fool, and we're going to get into that in just a second, as I usually say. But first we're just going to kind of drain him down, have the tank, of course, grab aggro. He has frontal conal attacks, so of course keep your distance, melee, DPS, be careful. Territor also likes to, I hope I'm saying that right, Pteroditor? Well, we'll just refer to him as he. He also likes to spawn out some ads every now and again. As you can see, he does have various AoEs. Around the AoE, he has a frontal conal AoE, and he also has ads that he likes to summon. Of course, you want to take these ads out as they will start to try and target your other party members, so tanks be on top of that. But that isn't the worst that he does have to offer. He actually has a very, very nasty trick up his sleeve that he should be popping off pretty soon. So again, just keep up with your rotations and you're fine. But you see that AoE he just did there? When he begins to growl, he casts Doom on you. You need to run up to a glowing panel to remove the spell. Pretty much what Doom does to you is it will just, well, instantly kill you after a certain amount of time. So when you see that the room is glowing fully, like so, you are going to get hit with Doom. So stand on that panel and remove the effect. This is the only way to do so. If you do not, as stated before, you will die, and, well, that's really going to be detrimental to the whole cause now, isn't it? Other than that, though, besides him doing this and spawning some ads, which he will also do and try and mix you up a bit, there's nothing else going on with him. Pretty easy, right? Once you know what to do. So just be near them panels and make sure that you stand on the glowing one. So, once again, just try and drain down his health. Feel free also to use a limit breaker. I believe our Dragoon here, he kind of had an aversion to using limit breakers for whatever reason, I'm not sure. Perhaps he just didn't notice, or I don't know, but he really probably should have popped one off right here. It helps just to kind of end the fight a little earlier, and, well, you know, the sooner the better for everything, right? So as you can see, Pteroditor really isn't that bad of an enemy, and just stay on top of that Doom. Alright, so now for our next guy, we have the Golem Guardian. Now, the Temple Guardian. Now, the Golem has two targets to attack here. You want to actually go for his Soul Stone. Attacking just him will do absolutely nothing. I think he just has really heavy defense and his health won't go anywhere. You actually need to smash the Soul Stone instead in order to do anything to him. So we're going to go on ahead and we're going to smash that Soul Stone down. Of course, melee DPS, be careful of his AoE attacks. He does have a couple of them. But the good news is that he doesn't have any ads or anything like that to worry about. So now we're going to smash the Soul Stone. And now we will immediately target him again. He kind of goes in this breakdown phase where he doesn't move or anything, and you're able to just deal out all of this free and easy damage. Oh, right there, our Dragoon actually did do the limit break, so maybe I'm thinking of another run. I'm just kind of reviewing this footage, and it's from a few days ago, so please excuse me if I'm kind of tripping over my words or, well, just saying things that are plain as day not true. Again, widespread AoEs, so keep your distance, or stay really close to him to get out of the cone effect quicker. Our DPS kind of ate one there, but that's okay. Now, other than that, he does have a tendency to stun you. Yes, he will actually start coming after a random target, and he will stun you. And he will hurt you, and yeah, it does take out a pretty good amount of damage. This move cannot be tanked, so you have to be careful with that. So as usual, stay out of the AoEs and just go back to that Soulstone. Yes, I probably failed to mention, but the Soulstone comes back after the Golem recovers. You should be able to take down the Temple Guardian in at least, well, the best that we've ever done was, I think, 2 turns, but I've actually seen it done, or the standard's about 3 turns, but I've actually seen him get killed in just 2 turns of his little breakdown right there. This time we're going to have to run for a 3rd time. So, once again, you're actually going to see him target somebody else, and he's just going to straight up truck him right here. He hits me, I get stunned for a little bit, and yeah, so the tank does have most control on him, but there are just some things that you cannot control, and that's one of them. He also has a really widespread, painful AoE called Obliterate, so healers, stay on it. Our healer right here actually just fell to him. But luckily enough, we're about to take him down right now as he only has 10% health. So, that being said, healers, be very, very careful. This is a heal check fight, 100%. Grab your loot and get ready for the final run. Alright, here we have the Educator. Now, the Educator is just, well, another stone dude. And, well, there's a bit of mechanics here as well. As you probably already noticed that's kind of the trend here. So, what we want to do is, obviously, just keep depleting him, keep up with your AoEs, or I'm sorry, your DOTs, dodge the AoEs, and when you see this little ad over here, like our DPS Dragoon buddy sees, try and take this ad out right onto the panel. Doing so will take him down for good. He won't be coming back or respawning or anything like that. I do believe that various ads can come out, so you have to make sure that they are taken out, or else you will get overwhelmed with a whole bunch of these little heads floating about. Also, you're going to see these mithril verge things that kind of look like wands in the ground. You also want to take them out, or else they will light up the floor in a very devastating AoE fashion. So do your best to take them out. I've actually seen DPSs that are very lazy with taking these things out, and there's just really no reason for it. Just really try to stay on top of them. I know it might seem like a lot, but it does alleviate after time, and it's better than having to dodge all over the place. It's just a lot quicker. So again, as you can see, they just kind of keep on coming, but they don't have a lot of HP either, so really, again, no excuse. Take them out, DPS them away, make it a lot easier for our healers and our tank. So, the Educator actually does seem to have a pretty good amount of health, now that I'm kind of reviewing this footage. But he really doesn't have anything big up his sleeve other than just some basic AoEs. It's mostly just the ads that come out, and it just kind of gets a little stupid. Make sure you're in the box right there with the Mithril Verge, like our Dragoon buddy's doing right there, because doing so will trap you in there, and it's the only way to hit him is by getting close and into it. If you do not do so, well, it's just going to do bad AoE damage to the whole party, and again, it's either going to wipe you guys out or really give the healer a bad time. You would think that range would be able to attack it from afar, but it actually has an invisible barrier, and, well, you can't. So, just focus your efforts all over that, and you'll do just fine. Again, I'm still enjoying my Machinist. Pretty fun. Yes, as you can see, it does get a little more intense with the Mithril Verges. Just stay out of the light, obviously, and just stay on top of taking them down. This really is an annoying fight because you have to focus so much attention towards these things. But again, like I said, they have little health, and as you can see, the Educator, well, he is depleting. I mean, this fight only took about, I don't know, 3.5 minutes or so. So, I mean, yeah, it could have went by a whole lot faster, but luckily enough, we popped off our LB. I must be thinking of another video with somebody not using the limit breakers, and we'll definitely be seeing that one. But this was a good Dragoon. I'm sorry, Dragoon. Oh, when you see these Verges coming out like this, but he only has so little health, make sure just to take out the Educator, and don't even worry about that. So thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.